Saturday that in order for you guys to have a special season, you, Isaiah, and Christian need to shoot from the perimeter. What's your response to that?
Yeah, I agree with that. Between us three, every night, we just got to be productive, really. Not so much shooting better, but just playing better as individuals, and not so much really worried about making a shot. So.
Is it an accuracy or a ball thing right now?
I don't really know. I'd say neither. Like I said, just how we're playing game by game.
Hey, Iowa State's obviously off to a rough start, 7-6, but Hilton's Hilton. What has Coach told you guys what to expect tomorrow?
He hasn't said much about it, but I know the guys that have played there on our squad know how it's going to be, know how turned up it is, even when they're on break, which I'm pretty sure they are. But it should be a good game, good atmosphere.
Do you welcome that type of environment on the road?
Yeah, it's always fun to see our fans there too, which there might be some, but majority Iowa State. It's always fun to get energy from road teams.
And how key is a quick start, especially on the road?
Just setting the tone for the game, really. That's how I see it. Getting out to a jump on the other team and not letting them have any breathing room early.
Coach, how would you grade your offensive season so far? I know we're only 13 games in, but for you personally?
I say like a C.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I can do better. I know I can be a lot more aggressive. But I feel like, sometimes I'll kind of flow into or kind of play into the flow of the game and not really try to force anything. That's when I kind of become passive. But my teammates and all that, they're confident in me making plays aggressively, offensively. So, I'm just going to stick with that.
Is that what's holding you back a little bit, just that mental part of it?
Yeah, just that mental part, really.
Yeah.
Try not to do too much, really, but just trying to play my role.
Sure.
Talk about those lobs and how that does it get you into the flow more?
Yeah, it definitely does. But when that look isn't there, or when the team is scouting it, I just have to go and create my own energy, and whether it be on the defensive end or anyway on the offensive end, just try to get going.
How do defenses try to stop that lob to you?
Just know it's coming. Really, if they see me in the corner, you'll hear the whole bench, the opposing bench, just yelling out lob if they see me in the corner, and they see any type of action going towards me.
Did Coach share anything about what he wanted to see from you last game, in particular, Iowa State?
Not so much. We haven't really talked about that. Just moving forward, I already know what he expects out of me every single game, so I'm just ready to bring.
Your usage is way up still. I mean, you're playing tons of minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Is that defense? Is that effort? What's keeping you out there?
Yeah, I would say defense. Obviously, if my offensive game isn't working that night or something like that, or I'm just being passive, like I said. But defensively, that's where I try to create my energy.
Sure.
And I think that's obviously key to winning games. So I just try to focus on that more.
Yeah.
Do you worry about offense, or is it just a matter of time before it? I mean, do you feel that it's just eventually going to come together?
Yeah, eventually going to come together. I'm not really worried about that. It's kind of cliche, but defense wins games, how I see it. So, if we can stop the other team from scoring, then we'll be successful.
Has it been fun to watch Christian do what he's done the last couple of weeks?
Yeah. Just being, also a local kid too,
Right.
knowing him, and also, playing with him, playing with his older brother, and knowing him for so long, seeing the success that he's had early on, and it is good. We want that to continue moving forward in the conference.
Is he right about where you thought he'd be, or ahead of it, or what do you think?
I'm actually right
there.
right there. I think so. I expected a lot of him, coming to the season. Not a lot of people knew him, but I knew his toughness would be, a key factor for us.
How about comparisons to you last year? Coming on strong, really kind of take it over.
Yeah. He's at that point where it's just like he's going out there and playing with a free mind. Coach isn't asking much from him. That's what we need, just guys off the bench, freshmen, young guys, to come and bring energy, and that's what he's doing.
This Kansas team is getting to have more of a defensive identity, kind of like Coach Self's teams a few years back. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, he's mentioned it a couple times. How we're more defensive focused this year than other years, but I feel like we take pride in that. Coming from Marcus and going throughout our whole entire team, just everyone just having that whole mindset of just not letting them score. We'll be successful that way.
Is Marcus kind of a defensive leader?
I would say he's our defensive coordinator. That's what we call him. Yeah.
How does he do? What does he do verbally?
Just verbally, the way he talks to us is kind of different. On the defensive end, the way we call switches, the way we communicate, is is kind of accustomed to him and what we talk or how we talk. So I think him leading the way for even our bigs and even our guards just defensively is good.
So if we give up some points consecutively, your DC gets a little ticked off?
Yeah, he would definitely get mad, but I think collectively as a group, everyone would get mad.
What are you seeing out of Isaiah at practices?
He's been bringing it. No matter how he's playing on the court, every practice he's coming with a positive attitude, and that's something we need. Going to conference and going to these tough road games that we have, just keeping positive, keeping that right attitude is good.
You get a sense that you got a bunch of guys on this team still trying to find roles and where they can help.
Yeah, and that's kind of exciting.
Yeah.
Seeing that all that potential that we have, whether it be Tristan or Isaiah once he gets going. Having those two guys, come in and play later on would be good, or even now. So it's just good seeing that they have that potential.
How much are you guys looking forward to this game after what happened in the Big 12 title game last year?
We're like I said, or like I always say, we're going to take it game by game. Last year we dropped this game. I wasn't playing, but this is my first time playing at Hilton, so it should be fun. And I know all the guys are excited to play.
Time for a couple more guys.
Hey, Ochai, you threw the lob to Doak in the second half. But what goes into a play like that to make that success?
A lot of practice. We see that look in practice all the time. That's something I'm not really used to, throwing lobs to big guys because I'm usually catching lobs. But when the look is open, all you really got to do is just throw it up because with his size and his length, he's going to go get it.
Marcus has said that coaches kind of emphasize that in practice, finding him. Have they done that? Is that something?
Yeah. Definitely. When we drive in there and his man helps up, just be prepared to just throw it up, really, and he'll go get it.
Do you have sessions in practice where you run, got to throw the lob here, got to throw the lob here? And
Pardon me?
do you have times in practice where you run, hey, this set we're just throwing the lob?
Yeah, certain plays he'll be like this is the read, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna finish with the lob to Doak. So that's how we play. That's how we practice. So.
All right.